Check 1 2, check 1 2. Yeah, okay, so you have to move the mic a little closer.
Hello.
You're a very soft talker. I'm with my good friend Danish.
I am Danish. I am a friend of AJ from Philadelphia, but now a digital nomad.
Digital nomad, which I don't know about actually.
Yeah, so
We got a lot to catch up on in this episode. Did you tell everyone what Orai does?
Orai is a magical app that helps anyone become a better public speaker. I personally struggle with that, and it's been, I would say, successful over the last 4 years. 300,000 downloads across the globe, and people are using it today. Thousands of people and companies as well.
300,000. I mean, I aspire to get anywhere near those numbers with my application. That is so impressive. It's amazing to hear.
Yeah.
So, where is the app in development today?
The app isn't in development anymore. It is where it is right now.
This is something about founding and starting companies that like people just don't understand. They think, okay, you start a company and then you get rich, but there's such a learning and growing thing that happens. I mean, your story literally is that in terms of how you communicated and spoke to the world externally. It's so great. And so regardless of where Orai is in development or not development, you can take that skill set along with you.
Yeah. Literally, I feel one of my strengths is to take an idea, put it on its head, and come out with a problem, find the real problem you're solving, build an MVP, do customer development, really figure out if there's a real pain point here, and start selling or making some money.
Yeah.
Process, people elongate it. This should not take you a year. Literally, you can go from idea to validation in 3 to 6 months, and that's a skill that can be used anywhere, even within companies.
That skill, the presentation skill, do you have any stories from the 300,000 people that downloaded it of like someone that reached out to you and said, Danish, this helped me so much. I was able to do this thing, this presentation that I couldn't.
There was a teacher, a middle school teacher, and he would tell me, Danish, I had this young girl in my class, I think grade 5 or something, and she would be shy. She would skip and she would stand outside the classroom door because she knew that she had to give a speech that day. But after using your app for 2 months, literally only 2 months, Danish, she is so confident. She is so outspoken, and she's not that shy girl anymore. She can just come up and speak, and that is what we're trying to do. Doesn't matter if you're a 5th grader or you're an executive, or I can do that for you.
I love it. Those are the heartwarming stories where you hear them, and you're like, I'm making a very real difference in what I'm doing.
And it's just going to continue, right? Orai, as an app, I see it just being there, helping anyone, anywhere.
Now, you went through this journey from engineering, Orai. How do you feel like that's better helped you as a human being? Not as a leader or business leader, as a human being.
Running a startup as a founder literally makes you resilient, physically and mentally. In the starting time, you have to sacrifice everything. I don't know anyone who started a startup and they were not 110% in. If you are not 110% in, your startup just does not have...
It'll fail.
It has a big inertia at the beginning. It just needs that bump, and you need 110%. And so you have to sacrifice. It is long nights, but then it eases down. Then you can start having that balance. And I speak to founders who are 3 years, 4 years in the startup journey, and they have found a balance where they can take Friday off in the afternoon and go for lunch or dinner with their family.
Fly an airplane.
Or fly an airplane, right?
Well, this has got me into aviation. Is that I took those Friday afternoons off in Texas, and I flew down to the coast, Port Aransas, and I would go for a run on the beach. That was always my goal. I had this aspirational goal of like, I can do this.
Yeah.
I'm going to go do it. And then I did it, and I'm like, okay, now what?
Yeah.
So tell me what a digital nomad is.
It just means I can live and work from anywhere I choose. Because I don't have family or a partner right now, means as a solo human being, I make my own decisions. So one day I'm in LA visiting my sister for the last 5 weeks. Right now I'm in Philly visiting friends, you, a few others. And then next week I'll be in Atlanta.
So Atlanta, and then you don't have any idea of where you're going.
My parents are planning on coming from Tanzania next week to Atlanta to attend this wedding of my cousin. So we'll plan with them. I think we'll go to Texas. We have more family there. Maybe we'll go to LA again. Maybe Kansas. We have family there as well.
My airplane, I'm going to pull back the engines a little bit. We're at 7,500. All right. In 30 seconds, Dinesh, tell me a little bit about what it means to be a digital nomad. Go.
Being a digital nomad means you can live and work anywhere. Just that is liberating. You're not attached to a place. You're not attached to different belongings of your own. But it's not for everybody. It's for very, very minority people. But everyone should try it because it allows you to really, really be selective of what can you pack in one suitcase. Everyone has tons of belongings, literally a garage full of stuff. But once you decide, these are the select few things that I need, it just allows you to take out mental clutter. Literally, you don't know, but your physical space takes up your mental space as well. So the more white space you have in your physical room, in your house, the more clean, clear your mind will be to do higher order stuff, in my opinion.
Oh, you lasted through that. We just went up 1,000 feet.
You did?
So, yeah? Did you feel it?
A little bit. I was really focused on what I was going to say.
Well, you did a great job with that.
Thank you.
So, Danish, that is, I love that. Okay, but tell me a little bit what you're doing now, work-wise. You said Orai, like where are you?
So Orai takes 20 hours a week from my time. It is, think of it more on, it has its own legs, but you're not trying to scale it anymore. We've realized that it has a limited market and the growth is flat, and it's not a venture scalable business, meaning it's very hard or even impossible to get to $1 million or more in revenue. And so what we decided was, let it be where it is. Our organic marketing is already bringing us a constant flow of users. There's some high churn rate as well. So there's a constant revenue that it's predictable. Let's leave it at that. Let's maintain our customers. So that takes about 20 hours a week. The remaining time, I'm learning, I'm reading, I am meditating, I'm cycling, I am traveling, and I'm working on a few side hustles to keep myself busy.
What are side hustles?
You know, when you have that idea, you're like, oh my God, I have this idea. What if I built it? I've decided, let's just build it. Literally, I've become a master of building MVPs. In the last 5 months, I've built at least 4 different products.
That is amazing. Tell me a little bit about some of these products.
All right. The first one was a 4-week course. You might have heard about CBCs, cohort-based courses. These are becoming like hip right now.
Popular, yeah, I've heard of them.
I said, let me do one of my own. So I created a CBC, a 4-week program called Idea to Side Hustle. Literally, because a lot of entrepreneurs or wannabe entrepreneurs come to me and say, Danish, I have an idea. Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think I should build it? Do you think I should spend $10,000 building this app? And I'm like, let's build a course. So I built a 4-week course, got about 180 registrants, brought in only 30 people, and over 4 weeks made them do from idea to problem to customer validation to building an MVP and finally launching something.
Are you taking equity in these?
Not yet.
I can tell you still have the drive of what, when I met you, of doing something, enabling others, leading others. I love that. Love that. I'm so glad we got to do this flight. I'm so glad you texted me and I was like, hey, let's just go fly. Let's do this.
And I can't see myself working in a 9-to-5 anymore.
No, I know. But that is not to say that you shouldn't, like a 9-to-5 doesn't mean you have to be a founder of a company. You can be a sales leader, you can be an individual contributor and still not feel like you have a 9-to-5.
Really?
Oh yes, for sure. Now, you're like going to test me on this and that's fine, but I work with a team that I feel strongly that they really do enjoy what they do. Yes, they can be founders at some day, but I'm hopefully teaching them a skill set for them not to have the quote-unquote 9-to-5. But I don't want to feel like there's anyone out there that's like, oh man, I'm just an individual sales. I need to go be a digital nomad. Because I can promise you that's not for everyone.
That's a smooth landing by Captain AJ Bruno.
Thank you. I'll take that one. That was actually pretty good.
That was right.